And today, the president gave shout outs to the lawmakers who have been pushing for these changes far longer than any reality star. One of them is Utah Republican Senator Mike Lee, who was at the ceremony today. He's been pushing for criminal justice reform since before he became a senator, and I spoke with him earlier. Senator Lee, welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's good to be with you.
So this is an issue that has divided communities and families, but it is not a divisive issue. It is such a no-brainer. And, obviously you can go much further with legislation, but what does the First Step Act do?
The First Step Act has a couple of main features. The first part of it deals mostly with prison reform. As you said, giving incentives to prisoners currently serving time in a federal prison to take courses and otherwise prepare themselves to reenter society without reoffending. The second part of it deals with sentencing reform, and it deals with some of our more thorny and draconian provisions of our federal sentencing law that over time have over-federalized criminal law and resulted in these massive sentences, like a young man that was prosecuted in Utah for a federal offense for selling 3 dime bags of pot over a 72-hour period. And because of the way he was charged, he got 55 years in prison as a minimum mandatory. This bill would deal with that and would tell judges that they've got discretion to actually be judges.
All right, and what are the chances that it passes the Senate, where you are?
The chances are very good. Look, if this bill were brought up today, it would pass overwhelmingly. It would pass with a veto-proof supermajority, I believe. Not that we would need it, because President Trump would himself sign it, as he indicated today. So I'm encouraging our leadership in the Senate to bring this bill up, bring it up now. Let us vote on it now. This will pass overwhelmingly. It'll bring a big bipartisan victory, and it will make life better for millions of Americans who, one way or another, are affected by our federal criminal justice system.
This is obviously an important issue for the president's son-in-law, who was also one of his chief policy advisors, Jared Kushner, and his wife, Ivanka Trump. But this was almost diametrically opposite to some of Jeff Sessions' view of the criminal justice system. So with Sessions now having resigned, does that mean that this administration starts anew on this very issue?
I think it can, and in any event, Jeff Sessions, who was his attorney general until just a few days ago, didn't persuade him to not support it. And so the president keeps his own counsel. The president makes his own decisions. The president decided today to support this bill. And so we've got the full support of the administration. And like I said, we've got the support, I believe, of a supermajority in both houses of Congress. The House version of this bill passed with 360 votes just a couple of months ago. I believe that with these additions, we will keep that number, if not increase it in the House, and we can also get it passed in the Senate.
And how is this something that there is pressure to pass in this lame duck session before the new Congress is sworn in January? Or are you confident that Democrats are going to get on board, because you have been working across the aisle and across chambers with Democrats on this issue?
Yeah, that's right. And I've been working for about 8 years, ever since I've been in the Senate, on this issue. Initially, it was me and a whole lot of Democrats, not as many Republicans as we've got now. Over time, people have realized it's neither Democratic nor Republican. It's neither liberal nor conservative. This is just a good public policy issue. It's an American issue. But I'm glad you asked that question about this Congress versus the next one. I believe, Kennedy, that this needs to get done in this Congress. We don't know what demands the Democratic-controlled House of Representatives might make in the next Congress. I actually have some grave doubts about our ability to pass in the Senate whatever they will pass in the Democratic-controlled House next year, and our ability to get something like that signed by this president. So now is the time. President Obama tried for 8 years to get this done. He wasn't able to do it.
Yeah.
President Trump has the opportunity to do it now, but Congress needs to act now.
Do you think, as far as immigration, health care, building the wall and wall funding, where does this stand in the docket in the short term before January?
Well, like a measure to keep the government funded and like measures to fund border security, this is one of the things that I think has got to be addressed one way or another before the end of the year. We do have time. We do have a couple months. In fact, we have until noon on January 3rd of next year. So let's get it done now.